Well, our nation's capital, beautiful Canberra, playing host to the opening round of the E-Road Australian Rally Championship. It's the Toyota Gazoo Rally of Canberra. We were on the other side of the city yesterday, the Tidbinbilla forests. Today we are on the eastern side of Canberra and we are at the Cohen Forest. So this one's a forestry complex, so very different to what we had yesterday. Chris Dove's with you. Dean Herridge, the voice of the Australian Rally Championship, is alongside me. Great to have your company here. We've had another belter of a day, almost quite literally, haven't we, Dean? It's been another war of attrition.
Rally Canberra tends to do it. I can't stress enough how tricky and precise you have to be on this rally. Today's more naturally flowing, but nature plays its part. Yesterday was just outright tricky in regards to you make a mistake, you pay for it.
So today, round one, we conclude our round one of action for this year's E-Road Australian Rally Championship. Next time, it'll be the 24th and 25th of May, and we'll be off to the Forest Rally, one of the favourites of our calendar. 3 hours south of Perth. That always creates great rally racing, no doubt about that. And then we wrap up the season, 6 rounds in Tasmania and Burnie on the northwest coast. So looking forward to that. Will it go down to the final stage once again? There's every chance from what we've seen so far this weekend. So across this weekend, we've had 220 kilometres of competitive rallying, and what a show they have put on. It really has been a war of attrition. This is the power stage, the final stage for the weekend, 11 kilometres, and it is all to play for, isn't it, Dean?
That'll polish off a gruelling 200-odd competitive Ks for those teams who have been involved. And as we say in motorsport, it is not done till they cross this line.
So we've got a modified reverse top 10 from our previous stage. That was stage 15. So waiting to see the first of our competitors come through. So in 10th place, Stewie Reid, a guy who's been competing in New Zealand in recent times, but returns to our championship this year.
Yeah, he does indeed. Great to have him involved and back in the championship, actually. So he's our 10th runner. I'm not sure where he's sitting in outright. Had more problems today. I really wanted to have a clean run. Hopefully he comes to Perth and gets involved in that, has a clean run, etc. And, he's a great compliment to our championship, running under the Pattern Rally Sport team and bringing this car across, which is one of those locally produced AP4 style cars, Mitsubishi badge on board. But like I said, it's been a bit of a troubled run for this team. Like I said, he'll have a smile on his face. Car looks in good condition, so a few mechanical things to fix up, and hopefully see them going very, very well in the next round of the championship.
Well, we welcome once again to our coverage this afternoon Jackie Shivey, who's catch-upping with Stewie.
Stuart, today was a good day compared to yesterday, right?
Today's been a better day, but the championship's a long championship, so we've got a few little niggling problems, but we'll get stronger as the year goes on, I'm quite sure.
So you've banked some good points though, right?
Well, if we've managed to get some points, they might be useful at the end of the year, so you never ever give up in this game, you just keep going to the end.
So what are you looking forward to in WA? We'll see you there, yeah?
Sorry?
We'll see you in WA?
Yeah, you certainly will. We'll be at all round, so we'll be there with the PGR group. Bring it on.
Thank you.
Bring it on, exactly right. Now, you mentioned the Haddon group. The big story of today is not with us. Hayden Paddon hasn't made it to the power stage. Detail us for those that haven't been across it on our Australian Rally Championship socials.
Stage 1, we did that Bosch Motorsport draw. He drew number 1 again, and of course, first car on the road. Literally talk about timing and luck. Very committed through a high-speed section. Some Australian wildlife got in his way, couldn't avoid that, and did some radiator damage, etc. Put them out of the rally. Had to pull over. I was going to blow an engine up. And really, that put him, because it was the first stage, to get points in this in the heat, you have to complete over 65% of the kilometres. He wouldn't have done that, therefore wouldn't have qualified for even power stage points. It's an early shower and a shame, because to be honest, he's been a great draw card and he's been a fabulous addition here. I think some of the crowd here definitely have got that New Zealand and Kiwi flag going, and he showed his talents. I mean, realistically, he was very much a chance to be leading the championship after today, if that hadn't happened.
He was our heat winner yesterday, so he took the maximum 50 points for that effort and really stamped himself as the international competitor that we know he is. So the next of our runners to come through, Jaden Glusky in the non-turbo Impreza Junior Cup, all to play for.
Yeah, and it's very close at the moment. There's been a delay on one of the other stages, but him and Jackson Long are within a second with a couple of stages to go. So this will be actually an important stage for them, not only in regards to the fact they're with us now and they'll post a time on the power stage, but also because they're in a real tight battle for that, which is fantastic. They've done a mega job. I said it before earlier today that to see some of our junior guys doing a really mature job on what is a tough rally is great to see. And, of course, he'll be in the battle right up to the end there. Good young crew who was great to see them join back after finishing second as the juniors yesterday.
Fantastic. So we mentioned 50 points for the heat win yesterday for Hayden Paddon, 50 points for the heat win today, which will be determined soon, 10 points for a power stage win added to your championship total. Jackie?
Jaden, are you happy with how you've gone today?
I'm very happy, and my first power stage is just the top of the cake. I was loving it through there, on the horn at the spectator point and where I saw the cameras. It was just, it was a joy.
There's a lot of spectators out there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's amazing. This is my second year in ARC, but it is, when we do the state stuff, you don't really see much of that. So I've associated it to the fantastic events that the ARC run and the people that they bring.
Fantastic. And you're looking forward to the next round then?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure whether that'll be Queensland for us or Victoria, but if I can get my budget together, then absolutely we'll see you guys in Queensland.
Good luck with that.
And a good note there. Great, like I said, young crew. Of course, in our cups, your best 4 rounds count. So they don't have to do all the 6 of the championship, designed to try and give them a chance and raise the budget, still be involved in the fight, so the best 4 rounds count. As our next person on the stage, of course, Tony Sullins in that front-wheel drive. Seems to be a giant killer this weekend, despite the lack of grip and the rough. He's been doing good in outright terms, let alone leading two-wheel drive.
Well, that's it. The two-wheel drive cup winner yesterday from Heat 1, so an outstanding effort from him. We also won't see today Alex Rullo, so he had a moment earlier, and that 65% rule hit him too. Yeah,
exact same moment or same stage that it affected obviously Hayden Paddon. Cracked a rear wheel, so we've seen some punches this weekend with some of our lead teams. Not only did he get a punch, he's cracked the wheel, it's damaged the hub and the brake rotor, etc. And unfortunately, game over for him and not playing either this afternoon. So there's some big names, 2 of our top 5 not completing the second heat. And you throw in the dramas that Harry had yesterday, it's definitely made it a topsy-turvy weekend.
That's it. Tom Clark is another one not making it through to today's power stage. Brakes failing on him at the end of the stage previously today at 170 clicks, if you don't mind.
Yeah, right at the end of the stage. So let's have a chat to Tony, see how that went through in that power stage with him in the front-wheel drive car.
Tony, how did you go on that stage?
Very tentatively. We got a flat 2 stages before, so we're just trying to get to the finish because it's a long way back to service, and if we get a double puncture, we wouldn't finish the event. So the last 3 stages have been very, very tentative.
Yeah, what are the conditions like out there today?
Really rough, really harsh. You've got to be on the middle of the road, and even then there's rocks and things to dodge. It's really, really tricky.
Fantastic. And what you're looking forward to the next stage, yeah? What's the plan?
Well, we're done. That's it.
For the next round, sorry.
Sorry, next round is Western Australia, and we'll be there with bells on. We didn't get to go last year, so it'll be great.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Tony, he's a legend. He's one of the real characters, isn't he, of Service Park, that's for sure. 24 degrees today, and it's rough out here. It's so different to yesterday.
Yeah, we term this to be a bony road when it's hard packed, so it's not cutting up so much. Some corners will, but it's how rough and undulating the surface is, and that's what gives the cars a real hard time. Even the crew get a bit of a hard time through there. So great job by him. Just to set the tone, so far fastest through this stage is Stewie Reid in a 7:10.8. But of course we had a mixture of classes there, juniors and front wheel drive and things we'll start to see as more runners come through that tightening up, and obviously expecting the big guys to try and play it out for the big points.
Well, you mentioned different classes. 4-wheel drive Classic Cup, Andrew Perry. His Impreza was the leader for that one yesterday.
Yeah, Andrew Penny. He's got the Kosciuszko Subaru. Probably been our happiest team this year. Every time we see them having a great time, which in these conditions you can sort of be thinking of the harshness of the road and how difficult it is, etc. For them to be sort of having a great time and looking after an older generation car. They've done a great job, and in the fight, if not likely to win what is the 4-wheel drive classic section of our classes here this weekend. And just a case in point with Tony Sullins as well, you've got to make it through to the service park and complete the liaison to be deemed a finisher. Hence why those things are very important.
Yeah, good pickup.
Andrew, you've got a smile on your face. Do you think you've created enough of a lead?
No idea, actually. We had a good crack, but I did have a spin in there, so that was a bit of a shame. But, over driving, I guess. But we've had so much fun. Like, this rally has been awesome.
So the spin, is that because of the conditions that are out there? The spin, was it because of the conditions?
Yes, yeah. We came down a bit hot. We were pretty much the same speed as before, but it's pulled us up there, and we've gone to turn it in. It's just didn't go. So we pulled on the handbrake and spun around, kept on going.
Thanks for having a chat.
And great to see in Service Park last night. Like many of our competitors, Andrew under the front of the car, hard at it.
I think not only on his car, but actually helping some of the other crews out, to be honest. Some of the teams go to him. He had a welder. He must have some welding experience in the way he went. He's in a very tight battle. If we look at the outright, he and Jody Mill, who we're expecting next, are in a tussle. They're within a second of today's heat. So that's probably what he's alluding to there. Has he given too much away there? Probably who wins this stage out of those two will come away with their little battle in the outright terms.
So we're talking about the conditions here in this stage and throughout today as in comparison to yesterday. We also mentioned the wildlife. Now, Lewis Bates actually had a moment with a kangaroo today too on the first stage in a similar place to where Hayden did. But you get a roo on a bounce up or you get a roo on a bounce down. And Lewis happened to get him on the way up. So we just glanced off the bonnet and he happily went skipping on his way for the rest of the day. But Lewis, millimetres in it.
It is. Sometimes it's your day and sometimes it's not. And that's literally like a sliding doors moment. You can be on the wrong side of the ledger in this sport and sometimes luck goes your way. And like I said, in that one, Lewis literally dodged a bullet.
Jody, how was that stage for you? We've heard the conditions are a bit sketchy.
Yeah, no, that wasn't too bad. We just kept it tidy. I pushed pretty hard on that because I know Andrew was pretty close. But if he got me in there, congratulations to him. I had nothing left.
And so the car was pretty good for you then?
Yeah, car was good in there then, yeah. No, it was good, really good weekend.
Fantastic. Well, good luck.
So there you go. He says, congratulations and good luck to Andrew if you got me, because I gave it everything I had, which was great to see. Fantastic stuff.
Well, I think he's actually got him in there by the looks of it, probably by a good 9 seconds. So,
wow,
and it's about second a K. That's a good run through. So good on him able to dip. And this is what the power stage is supposed to do. It's supposed to make them fight to the very end. And in this case, they had their own little battle on. And so far, he's second quickest. He's a few seconds back from Stewie Reid. But what a great little tussle. They've had a great weekend. And that's part of what the sport's all about.
So when Jody checks the Subaru results hub, he's going to be a very happy man in a few moments' time.
He will indeed. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly where you can find all those details. But they're the little tussles that we talk about. And obviously, like I said, we've got lots of cups to play out in regards to overall for the weekend as well, which plays a part and complements what they would have done yesterday.
Exactly right. So our next competitor coming through, according to our list, it should be Peter Rullo.
Not sure if that looks like a Hyundai or not. It looks like we could be with him. In different day yesterday, had a drama. I'm not sure exactly the full extent of what he did. I think he had an off or had a drama with an exhaust braking on the Hyundai. He's come back. I think he's had some dramas as well today, but basically just getting through and looking like he could be fourth outright for today. So netting some points and learning along the way. And what's a tough rally, but he's starting to build his gravel experience on the way through as well.
That's it. And working closely with Hayden Patton as well and making the most of that international experience in terms of the team that's set up and the experience.
Peter, you've had a really consistent day. You must be pretty happy.
Yeah, it's been a lot better than yesterday, but no, look, these Canberra roads are quite challenging, but no, it's turned out okay for us in the end. Yeah, it's been a war of attrition.
So are you getting used to the gravel?
I think I am. I like it, but no, I am getting used to the gravel and can't wait for Forest.
And should we talk about Alex yet, missing out on this?
Yeah, look, he's a bit disappointed, but, you know, that's racing.
That is definitely racing, all right. Thanks for having a chat.
Of course, Peter, the father of Alex, and they work so well off each other.
Can I update you on some information between that battle between Mills and Penny?
Yes, what do you got?
They ended up half a second apart in Mills' favour. And I've just had a message come through that we think Jody has jumped the start and will end up with a 10-second penalty. So the 10 that he made up, he's given back on the penalty. So, look, that's all unofficial, by the way, but that's the information we have to go through. So a half a second win might turn into a 9.5 second loss, which will be, won't make the beer taste too good tonight.
Correct. And keep up to date with all the confirmation and all the results on rally.com.au for this weekend's Toyota Gazoo Racing Rally of Canberra.
And a good run through there from Pete Rullo. So he's 2.7 up. So the time to beat now on the power stage is 7:08.1, 2.7 ahead of Stewie Reid. So a good run through there. And likely to finish with some points. It's if he's going to be at the lead at that point. We've had 6 cars go through. He's a chance to get some power stage points, which he tends to do. Old Peter Rullo, he tends to come through and get a sneaky few points on the power stage. So
he's a wily old fox, isn't he, Peter Rullo? He knows what he's doing behind the wheel of a rally car, no doubt. Josh Weedman, what a story. Production Cup, what a weekend he has had. Yeah, he's done a great job. And he's had a few little offs, a few little moments. We hear some different reports about it. But going through in it, it is a new car to him. It's a step up, a new evolution car for him, and he's making the most of it. He did a great job coming into this round with a Queensland Rally win, and of course did a great job 5th outright yesterday. Likely to be 5th again today outright, but it's the Wolf Production Cup that he's going to be on the top step of the podium for, and that's going to cap off what's a great weekend with his fly-in co-driver KJ
TJ Miller all the way from the US of A. So maybe if he's a good luck charm, he might be able to become an Australian resident, I think.
One of our younger competitors too, and we've got a couple of them with the P plates on display. Here's are the green ones, Josh. A real lad and loving every moment of his
he's a great
reasonably
character.
new experience to rally.
Josh, I understand you had some brake fluid issues earlier, but now you've clawed your way back within arm's length of a podium. Can you tell us about your day?
Yeah, obviously been a struggle. We actually don't have any brakes right now. I still lost a pedal, so we've just been trying as hard as we can to just finish. We haven't had brakes for the last 2 stages, so we've pretty much just been trying to go as fast as we can but not die at the same time. So yeah.
I mean, considering all that, it's still a good result. Do you reckon you'll continue on this championship this year?
Yeah, 100%. It's been awesome, this one. I mean, new car, been amazing apart from obviously the little issues. So I'm keen to come back for some more.
Well, we look forward to it. Thanks for having a chat.
The youthful exuberance, going as fast as we can, no brakes, and hope we don't die.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty much, doesn't it? I'm sure that gearbox might need some repair. There'll be a few quick downshifts trying to pull this car up as they go through. And of course, he was our in this sort of reverse order of the four. So we've got 3 big drivers that come what's likely to be our podium and round out, provided they get through here unscathed. And they will be keen for those points.
Oh, yeah.
10 on the line here, they can make a big difference when at the moment, unofficially, if they finish the way they start this stage, we would expect that Lewis might win the round with 80 points, 70 points to Scott Petter and 60 to Harry. So imagine throwing another 10 on your score on that going into Perth would be quite handy.
I think Harry would have taken that, wouldn't he, to leave this weekend with a podium after the start to his day yesterday. Again, just detailing there, a mistake for him.
Yeah, second stage. We were literally at the right place at the right time, late in the stage too, so his splits were up. I even think it caught the team off guard. They didn't sort of expect. They looked at the splits, everything looked normal, a couple of kilometres to go. Outbroke himself, ended up in the gutter, saved it all, cosmetically no problem, but when you're dragging it out of a gutter like that, the rear was dragging until it hit a culvert or a stump and ripped the whole wheel apart. Now, that's pretty dramatic, but at the end of the day, the car's also built that in a massive hit like that, the componentry won't destroy the car or the shell. So the team, who always do an amazing job, fixed it up, got him out there, tested it yesterday, banked 10 points, got back to 14th with their penalties that are applied for missing 2 stages, come out today and have showed a clean set of heels.
Hasn't he? And this will mean that we don't have Harry Bates and his name on the top step and on the trophy for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Rally of Canberra for the first time since 2018. He has dominated this event, winning the last 6. Eli Evans was the previous winner before him. That is turning back the clock. So some new ground and a big opportunity for his brother.
It's a crazy stat, isn't it? But what a great job for him to come through there. And we'll wait for the time to see what is going to be the benchmark, particularly for Scott Petter and Lewis Bates to hunt down on this power stage. Be interested to see how he took it. It's 10K is a difficult stage, quite quick and cresty. Let's see what he's got to say.
Harry, obviously the Paris stage could change the championship for you. How did you go out there just now?
I think it was an okay run, but not perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if the guys get us. To be honest, the surface was quite sandy and a lot of the junctions were really tricky under braking. So, our time was better than this morning, but I'm not convinced it'll be enough.
Well, given where you were yesterday compared to today, I can see a big smile. You must be pretty stoked.
Yeah, exactly. It's always nice when you have a day like you do yesterday to come back and get a Heat 2 win. We just need to focus forward now on the rest of the championship and make sure we don't make a similar mistake. But it's a part of the sport, and to be honest, what I've enjoyed this weekend the most is the battle between the top 4, top 5 guys. The stage times have been unbelievably close, and we're in for a hell of a year.
And a home rally for you to see so many fans out. How special is that? Yeah,
super special. Shout out to all the fans that have come out this weekend to support the Rally of Canberra. It's just been huge, and that's why I love it so much competing here. It's always a really well supported event, and I can't wait to come back next year.
All right, thank you.
A great recovery drive. What an effort that was today from Harry Bates. And in terms of the fans, I mean, he mentioned, Dean, you've been coming here for 30 odd years. Packed today.
Yeah, fantastic. So many people, they were literally almost walking kilometres to get in here to come and see these, very special cars being driven exceptionally well, world-class drivers. And Harry talking it down, as he tends to do. He tends to be a bit circumspect when he's like the third last car. The splits would suggest he's potentially up. Lewis the closest than Scott, but like I said, early splits, 3Ks in, etc. A massive, a fantastic stage time for him, though. It was a really great drive from that point of view compared to the others. It is 6:40.1's the time to beat. Rally. And, of course, as we got Scott Petter now climbing to the line with us now, we'll see his overall time. Maybe before we get to him, Jackie might be able to give him some information if we get a time. Still waiting for that to come through. But Scott Petter, he'll be happy second for the round, and that's going to be really important to bank points.
Scott, I understand you had tyre issues earlier today. Are you hoping to salvage some points in this power stage?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think it was a bit messy of a run, but, we're here. We've finished second at Canberra. I think it's my 5th time I've finished second, so never won it. So maybe next year. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to the team. Great job. Thanks to Skoda Motorsport for getting us a fantastic car.
Obviously, there's been a lot of learnings about the car over the weekend.
Yeah, we continue to learn. It's a different car than last year. It's a different car than I've driven before. It's definitely faster, and we've got some speed to come, just in a bit of learning around the car and what I've got to do for it.
And so looking forward to the next round, will you be changing things or just, are you going to be around or just getting used more to the car?
No, I think the car's very much in the window. I think it's just a matter of me getting used to what it does in certain situations. I mean, on a normal road it's pretty good, but when things get a little bit dicey or the surface changes and that sort of stuff, it's just understanding what this car does in those circumstances, and that just comes with time.
Thank you so much.
Dino, you know Scotty so well. A couple of issues with tyres across the weekend. To finish second for the round in the brand new car, that is actually a very impressive performance.
Yeah, it is. And I think he'll be confident because he showed pace and he's had to deal with the drama and find himself in the right position. What's good about what I think is awesome about today's result for him is that he didn't leave any points on the table this weekend. With the parameters he had with flat tyres, realistically they were the best results he was going to get. He was 5.4 off Harry in regards to the power stage. You can see Lewis here getting pretty excited that he's won the round. How goes that? A few little scando flicks in and out on the loose surface. I don't know if he's done enough to win. Hopefully he's given us enough lead time to see if he comes through and beats his brother. Scott's second so far. Harry is still the one to beat. We're going to see probably them get up and stand on the top. Great chance for photos, etc. Let's lap some of this up.
So it looks like the time's just coming through now. Harry Bates has taken the power stage win, but yes, Lewis Bates celebrates because he is the Toyota Gazoo Racing Rally of Canberra champion for 2025.
So Lewis, you got a smile, you're celebrating. Tell us, how was that?
Yeah, amazing. So happy. We've been trying to win this rally for 7 years, and being my home rally, it's extra special. Having everyone come out to cheer us on, it was such a tough weekend, and so happy to come out on top this weekend. Obviously, others had their misfortunes. It was very unlucky for Hayden and John this morning. We were looking forward to a good battle with them today, but fortunately for us, luck was on our side this weekend, and over the moon.
Was it luck, or was it just a really consistent game plan? Like, you were just consistent all weekend?
Oh, we were very consistent. I mean, for sure you create your own luck, but what happened to Hayden and John this morning, nothing can stop that. We actually hit a kangaroo as well, but we just got lucky and it didn't damage our car. So, we came here with a game plan, and we executed it really well. And thank you so much to Anthony, the whole team at Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia for their support. And this GR Yaris, it's coped with a lot this weekend, so super proud.
And how special is it to see so many Canberra fans that have come out to cheer you on?
Yeah, super special. It's so cool to see everyone cheering us on. The vibes this weekend since the ceremonial start have been absolutely incredible, and I can't thank Canberra enough for coming out and supporting us.
Well, enjoy the win. Thank you.
So lucky number 7 for Lewis Bates, and on the bonnet you can see a little bit of an indentation from perhaps a kangaroo tail, who, as we said earlier, he bounced away, but millimetres away from disaster. But instead he will leave, well, he won't leave his hometown, he lives here, but he will leave this event as the champion and will have the trophy as the Toyota Gazoo Racing Rally of Canberra winner for 2025. Dean, I think there was perhaps a little bit of emotion in his voice, wasn't there? That meant the world to Lewis to do it at home.
You can see home round, and he lost the championship here in one stage, so to come through and win your home rally, you can hear it, and that means a lot. That's what we fight for, and that's what it means.
Jackie, you've had a great weekend. You've loved every moment of your first event, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. Like, the emotion is tangible for the drivers. Lewis just then, I think there was a tear in the corner of his eyes. And then to see some of the disappointment with things that, haven't quite gone the way of the drivers that were out of their control. I've loved every moment.
Dino, You've loved it. You love any rally anywhere, don't you?
Well, this is my sport, and what I love about it is we've got some of the best cars that you can get in the world that have been driven at 100% by champion drivers, and it shapes up to be an awesome year. We say it year on year, but I am genuinely loving how good this competition is going to be this year.
Dino, the competition just gets better and better. We've seen that, the times and the calibre of drivers that we've got. Congratulations to Lewis Bates. He is now a Toyota Gazoo Rally of Canberra champion. He will celebrate into the evening. We look forward to seeing you again when we head to WA for the Forest Rally 24th and 25th of May. Until then, thanks to everyone behind the scenes who's put on an outstanding event. Thank you to the weather. It's been awesome. The E-Road Australian Rally Championship for 2025 is underway in style. We look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, stay tuned to all the social media and to rally.com.au. Until then, take care.